it reminds me of when like OG played Wisp at TI and stuff as a core, right? People would have to ban it against them, and they wouldn't ever have to ban it, right? So you just have this. You already have the upper. Yeah, you already have the upper hand going into the draft. That's whenever, it doesn't matter what hero it is. If that situation arises, it feels amazing.
Yeah. So Doom gets banned out by IG, and Magnus banned by EHOME. We'll see if we see a different draft from either team. I know that now with the Doom ban, obviously that's slated for IG at least, and they've been the Earth Spirit. But I want to see, like, are EHOME going to do something more different than like Drow, Night Stalker, and Co? Like, are they looking to change it up even more?
I could see them going Snapfire first.
And because ready for that hero to be gone.
Phoenix is the big hero that's still in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to pick Phoenix, they can. I think Tiny is okay as well, but if they pick Phoenix, then I think IG picks Snapfire, right? So maybe if EHOME picks Snapfire, kind of dissuades IG a little bit, but then Kaka's really good at Phoenix as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you just pick it for yourself. Tiny first,
so
wow.
Just go Tiny. Well, if they pick Phoenix here, then you just go Snapfire.
Yeah, exactly.
So even just leaving the Snapfire in the pool kind of dissuades Phoenix from getting picked. But if you don't pick Phoenix next pick, then it's probably picked for IG.
I think EHOME will take it next if they have the chance.
Yeah. So I don't think it gets picked here for IG, because then you're almost begging to get hit with a Snapfire pick. Although the Snapfire is not like the end-all be-all to Phoenix having a good game.
Yeah. You could just go like Phoenix Mars or something, right?
Yeah.
First phase, which is still pretty good against Snapfire.
Taking a long time, and I think they're thinking about that option. They go Clockwork. Okay. So, you could still go Phoenix again. Like,
maybe they've just got a mutual ban on Phoenix.
Like, it's just not actually banned, but it's just mutually banned.
Yeah, you know when both captains just agree.
You guys don't pick this, we won't pick this.
Yeah, let's just not pick Phoenix this game. And they're like, all right, fair enough.
Fair enough. So I guess we see if, or we'll see if EHOME pick it. They could go Snapfire, and then IG picks something not Phoenix, doesn't ban it, and EHOME gets it, and all of a sudden you've got Tiny 2 or something like that.
Yeah, this is a really weird mind game situation in the first phase, which is why you're seeing them taking so much more time than normal, thinking about their first picks. Which is, I love seeing this kind of thing, because what they're not thinking about the next picks, they're thinking about the bans and the second phase picks as well.
Yeah.
Because there's so much to think about. Like, you have to plan ahead. It's like you're playing chess.
I like it.
I wish I could play chess, but yeah.
I used to be in chess club.
Did you?
Back in elementary school, but not after that.
And here it comes. You ready?
Snapfire?
I'm like 90% sure.
Wow, that is... For us saying Snapfire the entire time against the Phoenix, 90% doesn't sound too confident.
The other thing they could do is pick their core hero at the end of the first phase and then have 3 bans against it. Wow, that is not what I thought they would go
for. Sure.
Is that good?
Bloodseeker without the Tiny, too.
I mean, JT's really good at this hero, but...
I don't know if I like it here. At least not yet. Like, it's not like I love Bloodseeker just by himself. At least in this part of the draft.
I feel like the Bloodseeker doesn't answer the 2 heroes that EHOME have picked already. But it's a good hero in itself. Which is why it's really weird as a pick there. But maybe their thinking is, if we don't pick it now, it's going to get banned. And we really want this Bloodseeker.
Do you still... Is there any chance that EHOME goes Snapfire if it becomes available? Do they... Well, actually... They don't have the first pick going into this next phase, so I would be surprised if they don't ban it.
That's my thought process as well. Because I think Bloodseeker Snapfire is a really nice combo in itself anyway, because you put the Blood Rage on the Kisses when they come in, and they do so much damage. The other way they could look at it, though, is that they just banned the carry egg hitters as well.
Yeah, that Jug being one.
Yeah, we saw from James last game, like, the Sunray was just as important as the egg, probably more important. For, like, the sustain for the pushes and things anyway.
Yeah, the swap in the Sunray kept X Nova alive. Like, there were multiple situations where Sunray is just, I mean, all the time, Sunray just feels like the strongest ability for that hero, even though Supernova is so good. So,
this is really interesting.
I guess you can allow them to get Snapfire, but I think Snapfire's got to be the next ban.
I don't think it has to be. This is by far the most interesting draft we've had today. Like, it's super cool. And I know I like nerd out on the draft more than you do, but it's probably people in chat as well. Like, everybody thinks differently. Like, some people prefer like these like big team fight lineups and everything. Some people like watching drafts. Some people don't. But it's such an integral part of the game.
Yeah, it's very contested, this draft. And they banned the Drow. Okay. So IG, they'll have a ban and then a pick. So we'll see if they end up going to the Snapfire. They've already got the clockwork. Like, unless they want to go Snapfire mid or even 4. We'll see. I think Snapfire might even just end up getting ignored this game.
Yeah, it could
which is weird with a Phoenix in the lineup of EHOME.
Well, they had big egg hitting problems last game as well. As long it doesn't have to be the Snapfire. As long as they pick a hero that can deal with egg, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because this Phoenix is such a strong hero right now. And we've talked about Sunray, we've talked about egg. Like, the laning stage at level 1 is a little bit weak, but as soon as you hit level 3, the Fire Spirits do so much damage.
If you hit them.
If you hit them, which, you know, they nearly always do, the Phoenix plays at this level.
Yeah, we just I was just thinking about that one play.
They banned AM.
Top.
Okay.
Wow.
So obviously people are going to be like, oh my god, why are you banning AM against Bloodseeker? It's not that good anymore. Like, that matchup for Bloodseeker. Because you get the Blink cast range talent at, I think it's level 15. And then you don't take any damage from Rupture when you blink away.
Are they... No, they didn't ban the Ancient Apparition. They can't be thinking Morphling, can they?
No, they won't. Just
Void's
whenever you see Wind Rage, you can't
way.
think Morph, by the way, B-Cup. That's not...
I know it's not the only combination, but I think about it a lot, because that was just the combo in the Americas for that BTS one. It was every single time Windrunner got picked, it was Morphling with it. So I'm still stuck in that.
So this Witch Doctor pick, it's really good against the Bloodseeker in lane, but it also shows that it's going to be tiny core. Because I think you want to put the Phoenix 4 Witch Doctor fight. I mean, it could be Phoenix core, but it's very unlikely to be.
Yeah.
It's so much more likely to be Wind Ranger, to be tiny core, sorry.
And there's the Void. Surprised they made it this late in the draft. I already really like what IG's got.
I could see something come out here from EHOME that makes Void's game really hard in the laning stage. Like, I know it's not a great game for it overall, but for like Venno, like that kind of hero, or like a Bat Rider or something might be really hard for them to deal with. Like, obviously Void's one of the better cores at dealing with it because of time dilation, but... Or like Underlord, or, you know, that kind of hero.
What about like Underlord, Arc Warden as the last 2 picks for EHOME?
I don't think you want to pick Arc against Clock Void.
Yeah, they have a way to get to the real Arc Warden, I guess. Although Void, I've seen Arcs beat Void.
But then
maybe not with this counter, not with this follow-up, though.
Yeah, they also need to think about if they don't pick their carry hero here, they can have another 2 bans on IG. So, do they want to pick something now to play against the Void as the game goes on? Like, do they want to prioritize that rather than the lane up against the Void? They don't have a huge amount of time left because they've all been thinking so much in this first phase.
They go Morphling.
Okay. I don't mind this.
They're going to have to ban Ancient Apparition, I think, because you could just throw Windrunner mid and get Ancient Apparition into the 5 with Clockwork being your 4.
It's really good with the Void as well. So I'd
Yeah.
be surprised if they didn't ban it. But again, I have a similar problem. They don't have anything that deals with the egg. Like, Void's okay. Wind Ranger's okay. But it looks like another really good Phoenix game for me. Puck's a good ban. I like that a lot. I mean, that's worse than... That would be harder to play against than the AA. Could they go, like... Legion or something, maybe, on EHOME? Gives the Witch Doctor something to play with Death Ward as well.
I guess, but is it that good of a Legion game?
Well, you can purge off Shackle as well, which is nice.
And not a lot of reserve time to play with. 6 seconds.
An SF
Ban the
ban.
Shadow Fiend. Well, IG still need Butterfly FX Hero, and
Well,
Hero
most
pool-
likely.
Most likely. I almost think they're gonna go TA just for Butterfly FX sake.
Actually, I know you mentioned the AI. I wouldn't mind it, but I think they lack like this playmaking potential in the mid game. Then okay, the Ember pick's good. That makes sense against Void.
Yeah, but does that Ember end up throwing Tiny 3, or does that throw Phoenix 3, Tiny 4?
Chalice is a tiny player, right? So it could be. I mean, Chalice has played Ember before as well. I could see an Ember Phoenix lane working against Void. That sounds good. It could,
yeah, but
it could be
XM's such a good Ember player.
He is, yeah. I think it's more likely to be Tiny Phoenix 3-4 and then put Ember mid, but it doesn't have to be. Like it depends what IG picked last here as well, right?
Lena, okay.
Okay, so that deals with the egg as well. It deals damage into Chrono.
Yeah.
Lanes well against Ember if they put it mid. Lanes well against Tiny if they put it mid. That's a really good last pick. Okay.
Yeah.
The Chalice is playing 3 Phoenix.
Ooh.
So do you remember we were talking about Core Phoenix last game? I think Core Tiny is really hard to play at the moment, but Core Phoenix is much better against Void than it is against AM. Because again, it's this whole thing of him being more susceptible to magic damage in the sense that he can't time walk off the damage over time that Phoenix does in the lane. From the fire spirits and things, right? Which is really nice. And obviously Chalice does have to be worried about the Lena hitting the egg and things. But he has two... I feel like Chalice plays best on offlane when he gets to play like the supporting cast and he's not on a hero that like is required to have farm. Like we saw him play Venge last game, right? As well as another good example. So like he has this Morphling and this Ember on his team, which are the big jigsaw pieces in their puzzle. And he has to be kind of like almost like that silent force in the background, right?
Yeah, Chalice is very big on those kinds of heroes. I think, like, you know, Brew also kind of fits that bill too, right? He's very good on Brew. Butterfly Effect, like, yeah, he's the egg hitter. He's the Neff, quote, egg scrambler. But still trying to make that a thing.
No.
He could just get blown up in these fights, though. Like, you could go Supernova and all of a sudden Morphling just blows him up.
Yeah, it looks like a really good Tiny game.
Yeah, or Tiny blows him up too. Like, then what do you do against this egg? What do you have?
It's one of those games where Tiny gets a really early blink. With a Tiny +1, they can kill anybody on the map.
Yeah.
So much.
I will say, I think this game goes over 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah. So whoever pressed, was it 2 last time?
Well, let's redo it. Chat interaction. If you think this game's going to go over 30 minutes, press 1. If you think this game's going to go under 30 minutes, press 2. And if Energy Pacemaker is going to get a team again, press 3.
I will say though, this is a kind of game where if Morph has a good start, Morph can also take over as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they have good lockdown for him. They have like Chrono, they have Shackle Shot on things. But I don't know. Morph's one of those heroes that if it really gets going, you know, we saw it yesterday from who was it? Was it RNG that played the Morph? I think it was.
Might have been. Yeah, they played out game 1. They won in 28 minutes.
Because that was the game that the Morphin got completely untouched, right?
Yeah.
28 minutes, did you say? So it's under 30? Oh, no.
Yeah. You may want to
look at the clockwork.
rethink your 1s and 2s.
Ollie almost came in and managed to sneak the rune there. But...
Well, let's see if Ollie gets to play Dota this game.
Yeah. I think they saw them put this ward down bot, by the way, on the Dyer's ward. I'm pretty sure, because they had their one down first already. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Witch Doctor's got a sentry coming. They've both got a sentry coming out in bot lane.
Who's going to get it first? Actually, the couriers are very close. Blood right down, a couple of right clicks coming in from X-Nova. And it's a sentry, but it's in the backpack. Right?
You let the Morph use his. Because if the Morph puts the sentry down, he gets the gold for the Observer kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
there
really
it
nice.
is.
Deepest thanks.
Morph already going off. It's that Observer CS.
Game's
Always
over.
nice.
Good X.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah,
is
basically
under
what I was
attack.
getting at there. You know? But we'll see how this goes. Smoke early. Wow.
Hey, who smoked?
No, not use smoke, but they bought the smoke early. Cast bouncing around. Kaka could be a first blood already. They just need one more right click.
God.
Oh, fairy fire. SCCC just can't close the gap. That was very close, though.
Hit your level 2 first in these side lanes feels really good. Like, especially top lane with this tiny Phoenix, which they have. Fox still level 1. Look how annoying Chalice is as well for this Void to deal with.
Yeah, this is not fun.
It feels very much like last game where he's constantly getting poked, Fly. It's like, oh, come on, dude. Venge game 1, Phoenix game 2, give me a break.
Chalice definitely getting a chance to have some fun here.
Not today.
Battery Assault once again. Over on a James as well as Chalice. Right. Bottom, and this was this the lane we saw with that Morphling game? Was it with a Witch Doctor?
It was.
I want to say it
with
was,
AA,
right?
I think, right? Wasn't it? Was it? No, he had a tiny in his lane, and they were against Pangolier Darks here before.
Avalanche toss up top. Ollie in some
He's in
trouble.
bot lane.
And they'll
As well.
get first blood. Bottom though, silence out on SCCC. They might be able to trade on Chalice. A kill here onto the Phoenix would be big, and they will.
Yeah, that kill's massive for the Void. That's really worth it for him. Kakaman bot lane as well doesn't. I was gonna say he doesn't have wind run yet, so.
Stop you.
What was it
Radiant's
we were
bottom
seeing?
tower is under attack.
Was it Aster who did it?
X-Nova, bot lane. There's a level 1 first. Yeah.
Power
Oh.
shot, nicely done by Kaka. I'm trying to think about where we saw the Witch Doctor just go heavy into the heal.
It was Cass, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Ooh, Ember. TP in from X-Nova, so yeah, he died,
Refill
but he
the
gets
bottle?
to fill up the bottle.
Yeah,
Tactical.
And now the Lena has like no mana to work with, right? She's got her bottle coming out now, the 4-minute runes spawning, so you see the 2 Radiant supports just sitting mid. They might make the
Yeah, they
play
want to go
here.
for this kill. They've got themselves the cask as well as the avalanche toss. They get the kill and a butterfly effect. 4-minute
Oh,
rune.
he's gonna get the rune on the Ember.
Picked up by Kaka and available for XM.
Oh my god. This lane's really sad for the Lena now. Like, she was doing really well, but You seen top lane, by the way?
Okay. Not sure where Chalice is, but sure. (22-5) for the Bloodseeker, but Morphling having a good time as well.
Yeah, the top lane's the weird one, because neither of these heroes are having an amazing time. But, like, Void's doing a little bit better. I mean, but with that tiny rotation mid, like, that offsets some of the bad CS with top lane for Chalice. Bounty into spawning. Oh, XM just stack a camp and accidentally missed as well. Sad for him.
My gratitude.
Yeah,
So-
this urn rush on Phoenix is really good as well. When you get this urn, you have like this really good damage over time when you get charges. So,
Will it be a full vessel?
yes,
be right.
yeah, for sure. Up against Bloodseeker Void, yeah. Like Vess was so good against Void before he gets BKB, which he will need to get this game. Up against Ember, Tiny, Phoenix, Morphling.
Gotta make sure you get a cast bouncing around. Kaka with the Maledict, but they've got themselves the Shackle power shot and the Blood Right trying to TP out, but the damage is there. They get the kill on X Nova. Chalice getting low. He Icarus dives away,
Ollie though,
but Ollie burns out to the Fire Spirits.
yeah, that's a really rough death for him because now Chalice has the urn coming out as well with Tranquils available, so he's just going to be full HP soon in this lane
Radiant's
anyway.
middle tower is under attack.
I know mid lane's going really well though for the Lina. Like even after that death, but this is a lane she should win. Was this a power shot in bot lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might have been. So this matchup's really weird because obviously when you play Morphling, you really want to go like full agi, right, to get back your HP. But when you do, they get vision with the thirst. So you are very susceptible to the power shot.
Shackle.
Doesn't
Power
matter,
shot
though.
comes in, but they just can't get the kill.
As long as he gets strength morph off in time, he's always okay.
Invisibility.
Because you see
Radiant's
Kaka doing the
top
same
tower
thing
is
again.
under attack.
Like SCCC has to be so careful.
Searching for it. Blood Right. And wow, JT. Early Veil. XM coming bottom, so JT might be in some trouble. He's got level 6, uses that Rupture, but here comes XM. They're going to come over towards bottom. Blood Right down SCC here with the help of X Nova as well as this Ember. So JT trying to run, but they've got the Maledict, now the Searing Chains. They'll get the kill. XM will get credit onto this Bloodseeker and back over towards mid.
Yeah, Lena's coming bot as well, but she hasn't really been able to achieve anything. Did they... What rune did Ember have? Was it Invis?
No, Butterfly Effect had the Invis.
Did Ember have a rune? I don't know.
Avalanche.
Butterfly
Toss
Effect?
with the Searing Chains. Butterfly Effect throws the stun out. LSA lands. So XM can't get the kill, and JT's going to come over.
He tried to dodge the LSA with Remnant, but didn't quite get it off in time. I think if he does there, they get the kill.
Much blood.
An 8-minute rune going to spawn here as well. Going to be a big one for both these. Yeah, regen. So that's nice for Ember.
XM has not complete control. Obviously, there is an Invis rune picked up by Butterfly Effect, but for the most part, he's had the better runes controlled up to this point.
I want to see this Tiny come top lane now, I was going to say, because Phoenix is
Rupture
about
just
to hit level
getting
6 here.
wasted. Rupture gets thrown into SCCC, but
He doesn't care.
really care.
he
Yeah.
just doesn't care. I mean,
Good for
well,
you.
to be fair, it is annoying because it's stopping him from just getting free farm, right? But
Yes,
even
it
so.
was kind of like right next to the wave.
Avoid? No!
Oh, fly.
Oh my god, this Tiny's level 6 at 8.5 minutes into the game. Like,
That can't happen.
he gets so much XP from that Void kill.
Spared you future loss.
Oh my goodness. And now this Tiny has 1200 gold at minute 9. He's 1,000
He's
gold
gonna
off
get
his
a-
blink.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to have a quick blink.
Generation.
And do you remember when we said if Tiny gets a really quick blink, Tiny +1, they get any kill on the map? Like, he's just, doesn't care.
Good for you.
He just doesn't care. I mean, to be fair, it is annoying because it's stopping him from just getting free farm, right? But even so.
He's gonna get a-
Like,
For some
I will
reason,
say-
that kind of sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah. I will say though that this game is much closer than the last one. I think,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, for the moment, that game was close too in the beginning.
well, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like last game it was much easier for EHOME to push the tempo. This one, it's kind of more like less of a draft win and more of like it's going to be like more of an outplay kind of thing, right?
Over
Mid lane,
mid.
Ollie.
James, Supernova down, and now they get the kill on Ollie. They end up losing James. They'll go for the egg. Can they get it? Oh. Just on the edge, but this is requiring everybody to be here mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Requiring them
fortified.
all to be over here.
Dire's structures
Oh,
are
they had slight
fortified.
chains. I thought they were going to go for the Wind Ranger, but they didn't have vision
Me
on the
too.
high ground.
Rise.
That death's really sad though, because I mean, they kill Ollie, but it's like it's a boss 5 clockwork, right? It doesn't really matter. That's all they were looking for. They just wanted to get the quick kill. If the egg had gone off there, it would have been completely different. But really well
That flame
played
would have
by
gone all their way.
really well played by IG though to get to the mid lane in time. And like, although you don't have really any dedicated egg hitter, if you have 3 heroes that just turn up in the mid lane to hit it, you know, you're gonna be fine.
And that's the thing, like, that egg goes off, and I think that's the
Shackle.
difference between 1 kill and 4. They look to get this kill on SCCC, and Bloodright goes down, and
Radiant's bottom
Well,
tower is under
didn't
attack.
strength morph that time.
Yeah, now they have the Catapult Wave bot as well, so they can start hitting the tower.
Yeah, I think this tower's just gone.
Radiant's bottom
think,
tower has fallen.
Kill there. Seemingly much more significant than losing the Void. At least for the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How's XM doing?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
All
attack.
3 dire heroes sitting 1, 2, 3 at the moment.
They have Spirit. They have Spirit
shot.
Vessel in 100 gold on the Phoenix, but
And the
yeah.
LSA with the Laguna Blade XM, Sleight of Fist. And they'll use the Rupture. They'll get the kill on XM. Ollie gets credit for that one. Now they'll look over at X Nova.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's on the run, avoids the Bloodright.
Yeah, Void's in trouble though.
Yeah, up towards top. Fly. He ends up dead. They'll use the Supernova this time. It goes off.
Radiant structures
So yes, you
are
lose
fortified.
XM
Now
mid, but
mid
getting
lane.
the kill on a Fly. Back over towards mid. They're looking like they want to go in. Oh, 2-man stun with the Bloodright down and the Cogs. It really looked like they wanted to use that Death Ward to get something here, but they're not going to find it. And now Witch Doctor's dead for 22 seconds. They might even lose the tier 1.
Here comes XM TPing back in though. I mean, James is 200 gold off Blink on Tiny at 12.5 minutes into the game. Like,
Yeah,
this
he
game's
just
going
doesn't
really
wanna
well for Dire, but I can see it exploding quickly. Like, they have so much burst potential on Radiant with Morphling,
Dire's top
with the
tower
Tiny
is
Blink, with
under
Death Ward and
attack.
Maledict. Like, there's a Spirit Vessel on Phoenix as well, so even if they find the Void, as long as he's Vesseled, they can still kill him off. Because he can't, like, jump away all the burst damage
Regeneration.
when he's Spirit Vesseled up.
James doesn't quite
They
have
want
this
JT.
blink, but he is just 50 gold away. I think if this would have waited till the blink, it would have been better. But they'll go Avalanche Toss, Spirit Vessel, JT dead regardless.
That was a
So it
brave
doesn't even matter.
TP.
Much blood.
Very optimistic.
And all of a sudden, it's a 13-minute blink for this Tiny.
I think you go Veil on Phoenix next as well, if nobody else has one. Yeah, because, again, like, you see this Phoenix and Tiny, like, this hunting party. If they have Vessel Veil on the Phoenix, the Veil works not only for Chalice's damage, but also for the Tinies as well, right? So, whenever they do this hunting party together...
Shot Chrono. The hookshot doesn't actually get all the way through. They'll try to get this
Have a
kill on
toss.
XM, but the Avalanche Toss on so many. And they get the kill on a Butterfly effect. He's going to turn out really
Yeah.
cool to the side of IG. The Remnant all the way to the backline looking for Fly. Rupture used on XM. They get the kill on Ollie. Now they've got the Bloodright down. See if IG can secure anything, but not looking likely. Chalice, he does have Supernova. They'll find Kaka. Avalanche is there. Cast to follow it up. Now the Death Ward, Bloodright down, but it doesn't hit on anybody. They lose 3 in this exchange.
And this is exactly my problem. As soon as Tiny gets Blink, the game just gets thrown wide open. Because they have so many squishies on Dire side. Void's dead as well to the Spirit Vessel.
Wow, under the tier 2.
Like how bad like has this game got so quickly
Yeah.
for Dire side? Mid lane
They're gonna find
again.
another one.
That's a team wipe. They killed every
Wow.
single one of them. Actually, they didn't kill JT, but they killed the Clockwork twice. So I'll call it a team wipe.
A 5-fer.
And look how quickly they've lost the map.
Disgusting.
Like, the Radiant have this ward in the bot jungle now. They're taking control of top jungle. They have to make a they have to make a move here on Dire side. But I don't know where that's going to be.
They might just lose control of this game. All right now. Start a fist searing chains,
Again.
avalanche toss. JT just dead. He buys back.
Yeah, he knows that they have to make something happen now. Otherwise, the game's going to get really hard.
But they don't
really
have
quickly.
Chrono.
They get Chalice, though,
They
on the
get
Phoenix.
Chalice. And, I mean, is that enough? Avalanche
the
toss. Use
Fly-Fly.
Fly here, and this might just be awful. Yeah, XM gets the kill. Yeah, they killed James, but... Oy.
They get X-Nova as well. Okay, so they're getting a few. But this is okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maybe SCCC not getting involved. He's just got 7,800 net worth.
Okay. Ready for Twitch chat interaction again?
Mhm.
Press 1 if you think the game's going to end before 30 minutes. Press 2 if you think the game's going to end after 30 minutes. Because I think it's really close now.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
I think there's still that potential for EHOME to just run away with the game now, like at this point. Chalice is about to hit level 12 as well. They don't really have, like, great ways of dealing with the Phoenix. It'd be interesting to see how many people have changed their mind.
For sure.
Speedy rune of haste.
Chalice
Gonna smoke up on Radiant, I think.
going
They're
Heaven's
under
Halberd.
reward.
Sight searing chains that hits onto the void. Fly goes in, but the avalanche. LSA looking for the meteor hammer, and XM's dead. Chrono onto the tiny, but they've got the spear vessel on a fly. Supernova. Okay, James. Chalice.
Here comes Morpho. Okay. I mean, the only reason that fight goes badly is because Dire have a ward on the high ground, so the Tiny gets, like, hook shot up straight away. If he doesn't get hook shot up there, he can just immediately commit to the fight where the Ember's dying. So it gets instantly dewarded by X-Nova, but really good fight for IG. As I did the vote just before that. Because... yeah, the game looks a little bit better for IG now, but... again, they have to be really careful
Dire's
still.
middle tower is under attack.
Especially because Bloodseeker brought back, like, one more death on JT. He's going to be dead for such a long time, and then it opens up Roche.
Feels like his game kind of ends there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You know.
I don't mind this Lincoln's on Morphling, by the way. We saw this yesterday as well from, who's the RNG one?
Monet.
Monet,
God
yeah.
King.
Sorry?
God King.
God King, yeah, that's it.
Dire's
We saw this from
top
God King
tower
yesterday, and we
is
talked
under
about it a little bit then, but Tiny.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Bloodseeker 2.
Nice
Had the
shot.
cast bounce around. Now they've got the Blood Right down. Rupture out onto Chalice. Doesn't have the Supernova, but they're going to look over at the Clockwork. They end up losing James.
I think you go Roche here? There's still no Chrono, right? Yeah, 60 seconds. Maybe not, okay. This Morphling's getting really far ahead, though. He's got Ghost Scepter now on top of the Mask of Death, so... Or Morbid Mask, sorry, not Mask of Death. That was a while ago.
Yeah, Neff says
Dire's
that too.
top tower is under attack. Dire are
Maybe I'll be a
scanning.
cool kid and say Mask of Death as well. What does Butterfly Effect have? Yules almost has the BKB.
Get popped in top lane, got popped in top lane by the Yules. So.
Oh, hook shot, real big whiff, and now Ollie, he's just dead to the Maledict, so really X Nova can walk away. He's in the cogs, but nobody's gonna kill him afterwards.
Yeah, this is a top tier 2. So, very good for EHOME.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, he's actually gone Veiler on the Tiny, and he's gone Halberd on the Phoenix instead. Or that's what he's going for. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they would have prioritized the Veiler a little bit quicker on the Phoenix, but I mean, if the Tiny has it already, then
Dire's top tower
that's still really
has
good.
fallen.
Get that outpost with that tier 2 being taken. But I think it was a little bit short of
Never refuse.
where the 20-minute tick was.
Mm-hmm.
What does XM have? He's going Ags, and he's got a Maelstrom.
Yeah, unsure about the Axe. I mean, it's obviously a lot of damage output, which is really nice. Especially if you can get it before they get BKBs. But I mean, Void's almost there. Lena's they're pretty much there, like 100 gold off. And it does make your maneuverability around the fights a lot quicker. Like, you kind of want the more Remnants, just because you're playing against Bloodseeker.
Mm-hmm.
So having those 5 available would be really nice.
Smoke from EHOME, and if they can kill Fly, they'll catch him no buyback. Could all of a sudden see a push through bottom. Ooh. Good rocket flare.
Yeah, they knew that they couldn't get anything from the smoke, so they just broke by like looking to deward instead, which they found.
BKB finish for the Lena. Fly, you can see how scared he is just sitting out here in the trees.
We're getting really close to this E-Blade though on the Morphling. And we've talked about the burst potential a lot this game, but it's about to get, 10 times higher.
Fly, he's kind of
short on Radiant. No.
On Radiant.
No, they don't. Neither team do. Which is a shame because both teams would love it.
It was the last game I saw it. But look at this, like Fly's not really getting anything, but he's gonna look for the Chrono. Now you've got Butterfly Effect coming in with a Laguna Blade LSA to get the kill on XM. He waited a long time to go for that Chrono.
Yeah, they need to get out here. On
Hook shot, X Nova. Shackle though, onto the Clockwork, and are they gonna go for the Supernova? I don't think so.
Oh, they got the morph!
Whoa! SCCC just getting blown up. Sunray on a Fly, but Butterfly Effect all of a sudden just gets a triple kill. That's
where's the Tiny?
Horrid fight for EHOME. Top farming.
Well, he just TP'd there now, but I don't know. I mean, them killing off the Ember first there is huge, right? Like that's the big kill. And then they find the Morphlings. I think, did he get shackled or something?
The morph? No, I don't think so.
Under attack.
Well, he's just a random LSA when he wasn't strength morphing, maybe.
Oh no, he was shackled.
Yeah. Because he's got Meteor Hammer on Kaka first, and he's about to have the blink, so these shackles are going to be really deadly now. And he actually went mana regen instead of shackle shot cooldown. That's interesting. I thought you nearly always want shackle shot cooldown on support Wind Ranger.
10 seconds, 8 seconds, basically the same.
Whoa, it's definitely not, but okay.
20%, yeah, basically the same. I think that might secure the 30-minute mark, though. Although I say that, and about to have this E-Blade, that could completely change this. We'll see.
Yeah, still on a knife's edge. This game could go either way really quickly.
Gonna be close. Tiny look for Yules, Phoenix.
Loads of
Still
people
trying to get this Halberd.
Loads of people said 1, by the way. They thought the game was going to go before 30 minutes. And it's been all IG since.
Top lane, butterfly effect. He's spotted by James. Fail, avalanche toss with the E-blade. Dead before he even hits the ground. 5 times spree going the way of James. That's a lot of gold for him.
And that's
really
Roche.
close to the Yules.
That's 100% Roche. Unless, because the Lina doesn't have buyback either, and you don't have Chrono up on the Void. Oh, I guess it's just come off cooldown, but even so. I really think you go Roche with this. I think they have to be a little bit worried that the Lina can buy back into the fight, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think you should look to keep the pressure up on the map one way or another, whether it's taking Roche or like finding more kills straight away. I don't think you should let them have this downtime on IG. With the Lina being dead. Are they smoking? Yeah, they are. Okay. XM. Okay. Fair enough.
Guys, I'm here to smoke. Okay, never mind.
Oh, something got broken though.
Yeah, good job by Kaka, and he's got that blink dagger, so he's able to just blink away and basically reveal and stay safe.
Now the Lina's back up again, so EHOME didn't use this time to punish IG. So that's really great for IG, but they do have the Ags on the Ember now, so... Yeah, IG know exactly where they are, they're pinging them out. And they want to make sure they play under their own vision here on the high ground.
JT walking over, spots X Nova, and Cask Maldic bounces and hits a bunch of these heroes. Now the Rupture is used. Remnant all the way to the back lines, looking over for Fly. Remnant once again, they get the kill on a JT. X Nova loses his life. It ends up being in a 1-for-1, but yeah, 80 seconds, no buyback.
This was a buyback from Bloodseeker all that time ago, if you remember. So that death is really costly, especially when we're talking about the Roche pit here.
But they're still just dancing around it.
They put a fresh ward on that high ground as well after it got dewarded. But it's the same thing again. Can they punish this Bloodseeker for being dead like the Lina was before?
They want to go for Ollie. Fail, avalanche toss with the Icarus dive on him. Ollie going down. So that's 2 heroes dead now. XM going Lincoln's next. Morphling going BKB. And then Shiva's for Chalice. Meanwhile, Windrunner, MKB, like, all of a sudden this Windrunner is going to start hitting pretty hard.
Yeah, she's going to be a big deal at that point. Like, because at the moment she's just like pure utility, right? With the Shackle, the Meteor Hammer, with the Blink. Like, she's really annoying, but she doesn't do damage. Like, they're very reliant on the Void and the Lina to be the ones clicking. That's why you see Lina building the MKB as well. But yeah, when Moonranger gets her own MKB, she's like a completely different hero with that Focus Fire.
Got it. Lina, Void, and Windrunner all building MKBs.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
EHOME just haven't utilized this Bloodseeker death though that we talked about as well. It's like the Lina, right? They're dancing around the pit, but it's so hard for them to go in because of the Clockwork given vision and the Void having Chrono. Paladin sword for the Morph.
And Orb of Destruction.
Orb of Destruction for the Ember. Gets applied with Slight. Good neutralize.
Void's getting really farmed.
Morph has BKB as well, which is a big deal. So now they can only really deal with him with Chrono.
They're gonna smoke again, so we'll see if EHOME can do anything near the pit. Look for a fight and then back up into the Roche pit.
I think they were a little bit worried that IG were going to go for Roche as well, but
Avalanche, and that's gonna hit on 2. Chrono just on the edge. Oh my! Hits on a James
got strength morph
as
off
well as SCCC. They got the BKB off. Now they've got the Supernova. Fly. His BKB is about to run out. needs to be careful, Remnant away, and they only get the Windrunner for the Tiny. Both of those heroes buy back. Rupture, Blood Right on the ground, but Windrunner just brought back, ends up dead. They get the kill on a Chalice, they take out X-Nova. They look for James as well as the CCC. They've got the Spirit Vessel onto the Morphling. They
Die back on James.
Onto James, so it's a dieback on the Windrunner as well as the Tiny. They bought back on Chalice. This goes really well for IG.
So much blood.
Yeah, there was and Chalice is brought back as well on the Phoenix. So like I don't know, they've used Chrono and everything. So maybe EHOME feels strong now that they can actually like take fights. But like they have no egg, they have no Tiny, which is their raw initiation, right? He used the Avalanche on the Lina at the start, but didn't quite get the toss off before BKB came out from the Lina. Like if they manage to burst the Lina down before she gets BKB off, the fight's completely different. But now she's going to have MKB really soon in like 500 gold. And she's going to actually do like huge damage because she's not so reliant on the Laguna Blade anymore.
Cast range, and he's going for that Ags, so Bloodseeker's going to feel very strong to really disrupt these fights.
They're going to, yeah, they're in the pit. They know that without the Chrono they are still really strong. They have to be worried because now there's this MKB on the Void, there's MKB on Lina. I feel like they missed their big timing.
Hook shot, whiffs, hits on a Roche. Not a lot of health on this Ember available, but they'll throw the E-Blade. They've got the damage. They'll get the kill on Ollie. Now the Remnant back as he's ruptured. They get the kill on X-Nova. Buyback comes up for the Clockwork as well as the Witch Doctor. They go into the pit now for the side of the Dire.
They're just in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They have egg available.
And there's the MKB for Lina.
Oh god.
So the game has gone over 30. First of the day.
And it's off.
It's me again.
In a Roche. This is going to be close. Chrono down for another 10 seconds.
They know they're in there though. The smoke broke.
Slight avalanche toss, hook shot, now fly, Aegis down, picked up by the Void. They get the kill on Ollie, he's dead for 74 seconds. He did just use buyback, Chrono comes out.
Shackle.
But now Ember trying to survive this Chrono. Supernova will go off. They've got the avalanche as well as the toss out on a JT, but it's not going to be enough damage just yet. The LSA comes through as well as the BKB pop by the Selena. Avalanche out, James gets the kill on a JT. They've lost XM, he buys back, he comes back into the fight. They get the kill on a Butterfly effect. They've taken him to the Lena, he's dead for 84 seconds. Oh, TP! Oh, the slide just on the edge of the TP. So they stop the TP. They've got the Aegis, they'll go for the kill. They've got the Searing Jades, and there it is. A kill on a fly for a second time.
Oh my goodness. I mean, has
They may have gotten the
anybody
Aegis,
got
that's massive for EHOME.
more Void and Bloodseeker are the only ones with buyback left? After that whole thing, everybody else is, apart from the Linas, is on cooldown. Like, what a crazy 5 minutes or so. Like, they get the Aegis, but now the Lina has no buyback. So they're going to lose at least a tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is under
GP's
attack.
down to 8 seconds.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And the game's technically even, but if you force the buyback from the Void, that's your win condition right there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Cliff and Kaka coming over. Shackle lands. And the creeps are, well, gone. Tier 3.
You just get the tier 3 and run.
That's
Really?
Melee racks?
Okay. I mean, Blina's up in 1. Yeah, they're going to run away.
Don't force the buyback on the Void. Pretty significant. And SCC is about to have level 25 too.
They get the bot tier 2 as well. This game is still really close.
Yeah.
A Roche fight doesn't mean anything now because they don't have Aegis anymore, right? Like, yes, they get the tier 3, which is nice. But again, all it takes is like one good Chrono or something, right?
Void, he's not that close to level 25. Morphling's almost on it.
I mean, the
Is
Tiny's
Tiny-
level 20. Like,
Is Tiny going E-Blade as well?
I would assume so, yeah.
What is he? He's got toss requires no target, and then he's what gonna go?
Hit the
Avalanche
toss
cooldown?
charges.
Toss
at
charges.
25. Unless he wants to go like... Yeah, I think you go toss charges nearly all the time, right? Because it's chain stun. Like,
Oh, courier! Oi! Oh! Oh my! That was that was the point booster on the Scotty.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
God.
okay, so... Starting for both cores. I mean,
Radiant's bottom tower has
Morphling
fallen.
has it. Void has it queued up.
Yeah, he's
The
not
Scardy's
close to
really
it.
good against both of them, obviously, because it stops the Void time walking off damage. It stops the Morphling being able to use attribute shifters quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That Shadow Blade's an interesting one here from the Void.
Yeah, that's an
Dire's
interesting
middle
one.
barracks are under
I think he
attack.
was thinking about disassembling the... Actually, no.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Don't know.
attack.
I mean, Shadow Blade's obviously a really good item against Ember Morph, though, right? Just to get the
Immediately
Chrono off.
pinging out Butterfly Effect. Not gonna get him though. Tome for this Void. Void wants to hit 25 as quickly as possible. Get into the backtrack.
Backtrack really important against the burst damage that Radiant have. Like, all you need to
He's
do
actually
is
caught
avoid...
up in terms of experience on the Morphling. Like, that's crazy.
Well, with the Tome, yeah. Like,
Well, with the Tome, but he was also a full level behind. He was level 23. Now he's.
hey, he was
experienced, just about
he was
right
like
there.
almost level 24. It was fine.
Oh no. Oh, hook shot avoided. X Nova. Force Staff coming in clutch. Avalanche toss E-Blade. Butterfly Effect survives. And now they get the kill on a Butterfly Effect. He's going to be dead, but has the buyback. They'll use the Chrono that hits onto the Morphling as well as the Tiny. They'll turn their attention towards James. They'll get the kill. The BKB from Firefly is about to run out, so he needs to back off from this fight, I'd say. They've gotten themselves the ensnare on a Firefly with the clumsy net. X Nova.
They need to get out.
Continuing to heal. Silence is there. Sleight of Fist. Searing Chains comes through into JT. Shackle.
the shackle.
But Lotus all the way back to Kaka.
I was really hoping that was going to be some like clutch Lotus Shackle.
It's like him in the Void.
Yeah.
Void's
I'm
down
really
level 25.
surprised they're still going in here.
Icarus dive, blood right down, and they won't commit just yet. They still don't have the Tiny. Like 4v5 is probably not the fight that you want.
Yeah, that's the thing. You wait for the Tiny to come back up, and then you fight knowing they don't have Chrono.
I'm sort of surprised by this level 20 talent for Chalice. Oh, Leveler. You know? Always feels good.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about the
The
talent.
Sunray.
but- I guess the Icarus dive cast range is like
Positioning for the
means he
Supernova.
can just die to Rupture by himself, which is nice. He gets Ruptured and he's like, hell yeah!
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the standard, at least right now, is just Sunray with the Supernova.
Oh, bot lane.
Killing X Nova. Now they look over. James, who just got back alive, he ends up surviving for a split second, but Butterfly Effect gets the finishing blow. They get the kill to Kaka now with the BKB pop by Firefly, who try to TP out. SCC commits to it, but BKBs, they're starting to get low. 6 seconds for Void and the Lina.
Double damage.
Yeah, the Tiny did die in the backline as well. The problem they had was that they've got no BKB piercing stuns, right?
Is under attack.
I can't believe. I mean, IG get away with that without having Chrono, which is a big win for them, right?
Yeah.
So now they've delayed the push that EHOME might have had, or like the timing that EHOME might have had while the Chrono's down. Spell Prism on the Lina. Really good item for her. She's actually going Ags as well, which is going to help massively against the Morphling with the pure damage. That's going to do
4,000
so
gold for the
much.
Morph. Satanic next, I would assume, with this Morbid Mask.
Yeah, probably. He could go like Daedalus or something if he really wants to as well.
Almost have Shiva's on Chalice. XM, he's also got that queued up as well as the Octarine core. But you've got the Timeless Relic, so Octarine, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Shiva's is pretty good with Relic as well. And again, it's more like time warp reduction, which is nice. The attack speed reduction is nice.
Illusionist Cape, X Nova, Roche up in 46 seconds. They're going to smoke. Kaka on the high ground with this ward. I believe saw that smoke. Hook shot splits the seams. Ooh, unlucky there for Ollie.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very unlucky for Ollie.
I like how you think about it positively. He misses the hook shot and we're like, oh, yeah.
Chrono on the back lines. They're going to go right for Chalice.
He didn't beat
Duels
BKB.
from James, and now they've got the Supernova off. Ollie ends up going down. They're going to go after Butterfly Effect. They still get the egg, but Butterfly Effect is in so much trouble. They've got the Death Ward down. They're getting the kill onto the Lina. Butterfly Effect gone. Chalice ends up dead. They've got the Rupture out onto the Ember, but look at this. Firefly now needs to run. Blood right down onto the ground. Silence is up. All three of these heroes who are still in it. Rupture again used on the Ember. Lotus Orb on the Ember of XM. He's running around. He's sitting low, but they've got the toss. They get the kill on a Firefly. Triple kill for SCCC.
Oh, the Void didn't want to BKB at the Chrono because he wanted to save it for the rest of the fight, but it delays the fight long enough so that because they get egg off, everybody has to commit to hit the egg on Dire, right? And as soon as they do that, they put themselves in a much worse position.
Yeah, they committed, but I'm pretty sure Firefly got it by himself. Maybe one or two right clicks from the
Lina was coming in as well, right, from the high ground
so
above.
it pulled her over, and that's what ends up getting her kill.
Exactly. Yeah, and now they have no Chrono either, and the Morphling's still alive.
Yeah, but bye-bye.
Dire's middle
It's
barracks has fallen.
almost inevitably going to get forced, right? But he doesn't have Chronos, and you just concede as much as you're willing.
I think he's going to have to, well, tier 2's still up bot lane, but yeah, he's going to have to buy back, but one, he doesn't have Chrono, two, his Lina's still dead. So, you know, how useful is it?
Rupture on XM. Again.
But this, you can see the power of the axe here, though, right?
James, toss. I was about to say, is he level 25 and just going to toss the entire team over to the Radiant side? But
Kaka.
Essence Ring. Kaka ends up dead. SCC. Oh, hook shot goes to the back. Actually, hits XM. That's not where he was intending that to go, but it ends up hitting it here on the side of the Radiant. Waveform back, looking over at Ollie. They've got the Rupture used once again. That's out onto James, who tosses JT in the air. Blood right down. He's running at a decent speed, but the Waveform forward as well as the E-Blade. And SCC tries to get this kill with the Adaptive Strike. Gets it.
Top barracks are under attack.
Did you see James TP away there? He just popped Ghost Scepters and TP'd. He was like, see you later, fools. I was going to say nerds, but, you know, don't want to steal the voice line.
KB pop by Firefly, trying to man-fight this, but SCCC forces back Firefly, who's now without the BKB for 65 seconds, and it's down to 5. No waveform out of the blood, right? You could just go for Roche. Aegis Sheath.
It's not, you know, it's not an easy Roche, though. Like, Chrono's up again.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, they're going to scan on Dire as well. But I think you have to try and take it, but while you have the numbers advantage for the fight, right? Like, they have to control the outpost as well, so the Wind Ranger, when she's alive here, can't TP to that. I think if Dire give away the Aegis here, it's really hard for them to win.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They're
They're going to have to. Yeah. When you play, like, this Void lineup, if the Morph has Aegis, it's difficult enough to kill him once, even when you have Chrono, to kill him twice. Very, very difficult.
Axe next with the Phoenix. Ember ends up going... he hasn't decided yet, actually. You could just head through top again. Void used his buyback. That's your win condition right there. Kill Void, they win the game. Go for this Rax, stand in the blood right.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Fly. Chrono available. Sidesteps the LSA. Adaptive Strike thrown at Fly. He'll time walk that off, but they've lost the set of racks over top. They do smoke, but the racks are gone.
I was thinking about this talent on the Phoenix as well, that he's the one that needs to die first, right? If you're the Dire side.
A tool to
The Phoenix has to die. Because the egg is too annoying, the supernova is too annoying. Sorry, the sun ray's too annoying. So maybe the dive range is to help. Oh, hang on, fight.
That is so ballsy by SCCC, but he doesn't even care. He'll go right in. They'll get the kill on Akaka now. Fight, Dusted. Ooh, needs to be very careful. Clumsy net. They've got the wave form. BKB gets popped, but the avalanche comes in. It's not going to matter. Fight now trying to run with the time walk away, but the Chronosphere is used on XM. He doesn't quite have the damage. He's been halberded, and, well, Chalice will lose his life. He keeps XM alive. He doesn't have the buyback. He can't bounce back to the Clockwork. They get the kill on Ollie. They look over. Butterfly Effect with the Adaptive Strike hitting. They get the kill. They'll take out the Lina. They look over at this Bloodseeker as well as Void. They've called GG, and it's a 2-0 for EHOME.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Really well played by him. I think that game was so much better to watch than the others we've seen today. There's so much back and forth. That first Roche fight was so long. It was like 5 minutes of teams just like sitting outside the Roche pit, but not really wanting to commit because it was so hard for both of them.
Yeah.
That last fight as well, when he dives into the Chrono there, it looks really stupid, but yeah, he halberded up the Void, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
So
it kept
it doesn't,
XM alive.
it doesn't matter that he dies. It's really good.
Wow, look at the net worth, 35,000 there for SCC. He did such a good job, and a good back and forth game. Like IG looked good at points in that game, but end up slipping away. Butterfly Effect, I will say, had a good game in that one. 11, 7, and 8. Is starting to really hit hard on that Lina. Just a couple of fights that just don't go in